You know, in the movies, when the SWAT team rolls in all slow-mo, everybody looking like action figures? Yeah, this ain't that. This is Ready or Not, and it feels real, like heart-pumping, room-clearing, try not to get your teammates smoked kind of real. And it's finally coming to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS on July 15th. You get 18 intense missions, solo or with your squad of 5. Clearing buildings, protecting civilians, and breaching with brains, not just bullets. This ain't run and gun, it's strategy, it's tension. It's like diffusing a situation and your childhood trauma at the same time. You can fully customize your team, armor, gear, outfits, weapons, and it's got full cross-play. So no matter what system your crew's on, y'all can roll together. Pre-order now, and they're throwing in some serious gear. The M32A1 grenade launcher, MKV pistol, and 590M shotgun. PC players, you're getting all that, plus the new Los Sueños Stories DLC, free on launch day. So if you're ready for the best tactical shooter of the year, a game that rewards brains, teamwork, and clean comms, this one's for you. Go pre-order Ready or Not now, out July 15th on PlayStation, Xbox, or PC. Just clearing the winter out of my throat, baby. Be gone. Be gone, snow. Be gone, ice. Or hail. Dude, what is hail? It's like Italian snow or whatever. I mean, that shit just fucks you up. It's like Memphis snow. It's like, it's definitely, I got to look that up. What is hail? Because sometimes it's like you're relaxing, it's raining, and then the rain's like, oh yeah, guess what, motherfucker? And it just fucking shows up. And it just starts like pinging off your car. Bouncing off your wife's shoulders and shit. It's bouncing off your stepson or whatever, and it makes you care about him. Hail is just, yeah, we got to look into that and see what they're doing. They're probably charging us for it. You know, we're probably getting charged for that, I'm sure. Welcome to the episode. Happy springtime to everybody. Good to be here with you today. What's happening? Oh, I'll tell you. Dude, I went to a little chili cook-off around me. And, you know, I'm lying. Chili is always, it's suspect. Chili is a suspect soup, really. That's what it is. It's just it's like the hail of soups. It's like, all right, soup. I see what you doing. We ride here. It's just that kind of soup, you know. It's thickened up, baby. It's like soup got a BBL, baby. That's chili. And so I stopped by a little, they had a small chili tent cook-off area. And they had 4 vendors or something in there. Just ladling booty gas edibles into small bowls for people. And so I get up there and I got me some chili, and they had one place they were saying we got all the fixings, toppings, and this and that. You know, you could put anything on that bitch. You could put cheese, onions, a little bit of GHB, and they one place was offering. But I just said, hey, do you have pickles? And the guy this guy looked at me. I mean, this dude, he was stirring this big pot of chili. He was just a damn chili witch, you know? And he was just stirring a big cauldron of fucking booty goop, you know? And I said, yeah, do you have any pickles for it? And he's like, you want pickles on your chili? And I was like, yeah, that's what that's what I like. I like putting just pickles on there. And he's like, you want pickles on your chili? Fucking dude. And it was like he couldn't understand. I was like, yes, sir. And he's like, you want pickles? You want pickles on your chili? He couldn't handle it, man. The dude couldn't handle it. So I guess the moral of that story, you want to pick up? I don't know what the moral of that story is, dude. Who gives a dang? The moral of the story is sometimes you want things that people can't give you. I think maybe that's the moral of the story. I got this shirt on. This is a beautiful, beautiful shirt. This was given to me by the Bronx Fire Department, baby. Engine 43, son. Quattro Dos, baby. QD in the house. I'll tell you what happened. So I was walking down the street. I'd broken my toe, right? And so when you break your toe, you suddenly you see everything a lot clearer because you can't go fast. So you go very slow. You ever see that guy that's crossing the crosswalk like backwards in a wheelchair by himself? And you're like, Jesus, dude. You know, you pray for him, but you're also a little bit pissed, you know? You're like, dear God, help this motherfucker, hurry up. Well, dude, when you break your toe, you go slower than that dude. He is the hare, you are the tortoise. You go slower than that dude. So I'm in New York City. I'm walking around and, you know, and I just broken my toe probably 48 hours before. And so that bitch was big and dark. And you could feel it had a little bit of heartbeat of its own, you know, like it had a damn bass track running through it. And I'm wearing some Hey Dudes that I have that, cause it's just easy to get in and out of them, the shoes. And anyway, you're just slowly going everywhere. You know, so you start meeting people and people are saying stuff at you and yelling, you know, hey, Theo, you know, I love their podcast. Get out the street, faggot. Just different, just New York hellos, you know, and I'm walking past this one spot and this guy comes up and he's like, hey, you want to, and he'd been drinking and he was Italian or he was like fast Polish, you know, or he was either Polish or slow Italian, one of the, you know what I'm saying? He was in that cross. And he's like, come on, hey. He's like, my cousin Jeremy just got promoted to whatever the top of the fire department, like lead arsonist or whatever. So he brings me, there's just a door. We go inside and it's it's like everybody's like, hey, you want some fire? It's like a fire department party. And I think this guy, Jeremy or something, had just won like hose of the month or whatever. Like, I think whoever's got the most PSI coming out of him, they give him, you know, he'd done something, you know, it was an achievement for him. So all of his buddies are there and everybody, they're toasting and cheering and fucking like, hey, look at this motherfucker, you know? And they're like, hey, if you ever have a fire, here's my number. Like, dude, if there's a fire, I'm not looking through my phone if there's a fire, you know? And I'm going to call Antonio up, you know, in the South Bronx. I'm calling the fire department. So they're just like, and then they gave me this shirt that we took some photos and they're like, cheers, and then offer me, they're like, hey, you want some matches, motherfucker? You know, keep us in business. They gave me like an 8-pack of matches, those like the cool looking, the old school, like regular looking matchbooks. They gave me this shirt. They're like, hey, it's flammable. But yeah, it was just like a great experience. So shout out to them. Shout out to all the fire departments out there. Congratulations to the guy that got the promotion. I dated a girl in junior high school. Her dad, great guy, threatened to kill me once, but outside of that, awesome. You know, he was a fire chief, and we used to go over there and watch him eat hot dogs and shit. And this was before a lot of firemen are getting in shape and stuff. Now, this is back when they were just over there just snorting Oscar Mayers and shit and just squirting ketchup on each other's backs, you know? And just basically just gambling, a lot of them. But anyway, I'm not sure what I'm talking about, what I'm rambling about. But that was the first time at her dad's fire department that I ever had chili in my life, that I ever had it. Somebody served it. I didn't know what it was. I had a little bit of it, and then I'd had it. That's how that all works, But you won't pickles on your chili. You won't pickles on your chili. What else has been going on? Thank you to the people that have come out to the shows recently. We've done some dates. We went up to the Pacific Northwest. That was really amazing up there. So just the way the buildings are, the people, everybody, a lot of people, they look clean up there because it rains so much. You just get cleaned, even if you're just not even, if you're dirty. Yeah, we did a huge show in Seattle. That was amazing. I think it maybe was too many people. I know that sounds like I'm grateful everybody came, but I just never been in a venue, and it was a big venue, right? And I just felt a little bad, like maybe the people, like some of the seats, it was hard to hear. I don't know. I think some of that's just a fear of mine, but I don't think that we will do that again. But it's just a learning curve. And yeah, we had a nice time there, though. I got to see my ex-girlfriend. We got to go to the fish market. Dude, you go to the fish market. I'd never been to the Seattle Fish Fair or whatever. It's like a little circus or whatever that they have every day. And people come, there's dead fish, and you can look at them, right? And you can eat them. It's pretty Neanderthalic in a way. But so anyway, we go, and Amir K, that's a guy that's touring with me, a great comedian. He points at the guys running the fish fair. And so next thing you know, they do a thing where somebody throws a fish and somebody catches a fish. And so they let me catch the fish, and I fucking, one toss, one kill, homie. I gripped that bitch. And yeah, it was awesome. I didn't know you're not supposed to spike it after you catch it. So that was, I think, frowned upon or whatever, but I didn't know that. And I'd been watching too many of those Gronk commercials or whatever. Anyway, I'm rambling. What else is going on? Let's get into the episode. How about that? We got a bunch of calls that came in from you guys, and I'm going to focus on those today. I got one story. I went to the Grand Ole Opry's 100th anniversary. I'm going to talk about that. And we're going to speak to a miracle today. A gentleman named Matt up there in Canada, Calgary. He's up there, and he's a miracle. And we're going to get to have a moment with him. Let's go. Thank you for joining us.
Whenever you're down, out in the cold, faithless and dark, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free. There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. And shadows and gloom are all that you see. We'll find a place where we can be free. From the mountaintops down to the deepest shadows. You like pickles on your chili? You like pickles on your chili? You like pickles on your chili?
Yeah, my mother came in town for my birthday. Actually, it was last week, and we thank you if you're wishing me a happy birthday in your head, and if you're not, and you're just like, dude, keep talking, that's fine. She came in, and they had the 100th anniversary at the Grand Ole Opry. And my mom likes country music, and she likes older country music. And Blake Shelton was hosting the event, and Jelly Roll was going to perform. And my mom likes both of them. And so I was like, oh, well, that would be fun for my birthday. I'll see if mom wants to come in, and then we'll go. And so she came in, and we went. And what was it like? We got dressed up, kind of. I didn't do a good job of it. What I wanted to wear didn't really fit once I put it on, and so it was just, I just had to change it and wore a jacket actually that somebody had thrown on stage in Montana to a comedy show. I wore that. But yeah, we went over there and it was nice. Who performed? Oh, Alison Krauss performed. And I mean, she has the voice of the evening that I heard. A lot of great voices in there, but my God. That was just exceptional. Clint Black, we got to listen to. Who's that other guy? But don't rock the Alan Jackson. It was awesome, man. We got to sit there and listen to some music together, and you know, there was kind of a point in there was one point we were sitting there, and this is kind of, I guess, a childish thought or whatever, but I was like, you know, I kind of wish my mom would give me a little hug or hold my hand or something. I know that sounds crazy to say. I don't mean like hold my hand, but just kind of squeeze my hand. Just something, you know, like we don't see each other that much. And I don't know, this sounds crazy to say this kind of, I guess, but I've said a lot of weird shit over the years. I was thinking, man, it'd be nice if she gave me some sentimental but physical sign of affection. That's what I was thinking, right? And so I'm sitting there next to her, and then I just reached over and grabbed my mom's hand. That's what I did. And then we were just kind of held hands for maybe 30 seconds or something, you know? Just put my hand on top of hers, let her know that I care. And it was just something like, for me, like a moment like that is interesting because a lot of my life I would just sit there and be like, man, I wish there was this moment of affection, but I wish somebody else would do it, right? Or I'm upset that they're not doing it, you know? And then I just did it. I just reached over and, yeah, my mom's an older lady, you know? And at some point I got to be... No, that's not it. I don't have to. But I don't know. It was just like, well, if I want this, I can also get it for myself, you know? And it really had the same effect. Once I got over the fact of like, oh, I wish they would show the affection first, or I wish they would do the action to be the person providing the affection, which is probably what I thought of a lot when I was a child. But then this time I just reached and I just put my hand on my mom's hand, you know, because she's getting older. She's not the child now, but she's, you know, just where we're at in our lives, things are kind of even. And it still had the same outcome for me. It made me feel, okay, the second I got over that little moment of kind of jealousy or wishing, or not jealousy, but like wishing somebody else had started the action. The second I got over that, I just had a nice moment where I got to sit there and just be with my mother and watch country music, which is something that we both enjoy doing. And something that's important to me in my life, you know, to have moments with my mother where we're doing something that we like to do and we're doing it together, you know. So I don't know if that sounds weird or whatever. I honestly, man, I don't care if it sounds weird, you know. I really don't. Part of me does still, but I think the part of me that needs those type of moments is like, hey man, finally you're trying to meet just the universe, how you're taking some direction to do something for how you feel, you know? Instead of just, because I always in my life have been caught in this moment, like, God, I wish they would do this. I wish this. And so I don't know, that was just kind of an interesting moment for me. And then I put my arm around my mom's shoulder and just like, yeah, like she was, you know, like she was, you know, my mom, and we were just having a nice time. And once I did that, I was getting I was getting what I wanted out of the moment. You know, and I wouldn't have done it if I hadn't have made an effort. I'm not trying to say, hey, look at me. I'm just trying to say, like, for so long, I've always been the person, and I still am a lot of times, but this time I wasn't, where I'm like, man, I wish somebody would do this so that I would be able to have a certain type of moment right now, or so that to show me that they care. And I didn't really realize that if I do it myself, I can still get some of that same result. So I don't know if that makes a lot of sense or not, but and yeah, just I don't know. Yeah, sometimes you may only want, sometimes you got to put your own pickles in the chili. That's what I'm saying, I think. I don't know if that sounds crazy, but sometimes if you want pickles in the chili and that's the only way you're going to have the chili, sometimes you got to bring the pickles, man, because sometimes the world just serves chili. So I don't know. But yeah, I want to speak that out loud too, because, it's just important to me that I start to live in a place in my life where I just don't let that uncomfortable moment of like, man, I wish they would do this, so this could be the outcome, where I don't let that prevent me from, even if I'm upset at them or whatever, that I don't let that prevent me from maybe trying to take the action myself. I don't know. I know that doesn't apply to everything, but anyway, enough about me, man. Enough about me. We got a lot of great calls that have come in today, and I want to get to some of those. And again, I do want to apologize that we haven't gotten to do these type of episodes a lot. I think about this all the time, and I think that it's important, and sometimes it's just been tough. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that it's been tough. And then, you also have the opportunity to talk to guests, and you're like, man, I'd love to talk with this person. And so you just try to balance it. So just bear with me. I just want to let you know that this community is important to me. And I'm trying to fine tune some things in my life a little bit better, so things are more organized. So I'm able to spend my energy where I would like to be able to spend it. Anyway, I know I don't need to say that, but I just want you to know that. All right, we have some calls that came in, and thank you guys for continuing to hit the hotline. As always, the number is 985-664-9503. And we got a call right here. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. My name is actually Theo as well.
Oh, hello, Theo. Good to meet the others. Onward.
I got a situation here. I've been talking to this girl for like 2 years, and it turns out I got her pregnant. After that all happened, the word got around, and somehow it turns out that she's my first cousin. Any advice would help, and thank you so much.
Wow, dang, brother, that's you're gonna be raising a dang lizard, homie. You can't. Wow, brother, good golly, that's like shooting fish in a family or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I haven't looked at a chart recently. I don't know the genetic legalities of that, but I mean, they say, don't pee where, or don't eat where you, or don't piss where your family is, or whatever that old saying is, dude. I feel like you've gone past that at this point, and God, that thing's gonna have. You're gonna need, you're gonna need a farrier to come and put shoes on that thing. I'm just chirping you, dude. I feel you. It's having a child with a cousin. I think, at the very least, it's gonna need glasses. That thing is going to need bifocals, brother. I mean, you're just playing Russian roulette with your DNA right there. But at the same time, man, I don't want to scare you, and I do believe, I'm kind of chirping you there still, but I believe that everything is going to be fine. I believe that everything is going to be fine. I think monitor the child's gestation closely. Make sure it's tracking, make sure that it has everything it needs, because it is, bring it up. Can you have a child with your cousin or not? No, that's just a poll. That says 40% say yes. But do you have any information on that? Oh, I should look it up. Who the hell am I even talking to? Dear God, out of my mind today. Can you have a child with one cousin? Ooh, yes, it is physically possible for first cousins to have children, but it is important to understand that such relationships carry a slightly elevated risk of genetic disorders compared to unrelated parents, brother. So I'm just saying, not everybody, some people like things different, some people like pickles on their jelly. You feel me? So it's, I think you got to make sure that when that baby, right out the gate, put that baby on a damn, let some other people look at it and sign off on that bastard right out the gate, homie. And definitely I would make sure it doesn't stand straight up when the moon is full and shit like that when it's real young. I'd keep tabs on it. I'd hit a couple high notes near it on the instrument and see if its eyes turn red or anything. But you're just going to have to keep tabs on it because that's risky. And look, a lot of people have good-looking cousins, let's say that. But not a lot of them are as brave as you, brother. So, I would just stay conscious of that and recognize you have an at-risk child, hire a night nurse or lifeguard or whatever you got to get. Sometimes lifeguards they'll work overnight. They're cheaper. They know CPR. They don't know a lot of the shit that the nannies know, but they're still there. Got a whistle. So, I think just stay safe, brother. And I would back off that type of behavior. If you win this round of DNA roulette, brother, I'd leave the rest of the bullets in the chamber, baby, when it comes to family. Let's take another call here. And thank you to the last fella, Theo, actually. Dear God. I didn't even realize that. Man. And look, hey, bud, I can't tell you, to be honest with you, if I'd had a really good-looking cousin. TBD, homie. So the Lord don't give you what you can't handle, But I'm just saying, just get out, just meet somebody else. Meet somebody. Because if you're dating your cousin, you're not even getting out there. You're not even getting out there. But maybe you're getting married to your cousin. I don't look, brother. I don't know. I would ask probably a state official or somebody. I would ask a pastor about this one. But let's get back to this call that came in.
Hey, Theo. I'm in welding school right now.
Oh, you're in welding school. That's a good school. And I had a family member who started a welding school. It's a good business. Onward.
And I hate that shit. Like, I genuinely hate that shit. And so I've always said my backup option is the military. And I'm at the point where I'm about to head down to the recruiter's office in the coming weeks, possibly. But I just wanted to know what you think I should do, because I hate welding, but I don't know if I want to sign away 4 years of my life. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm 18, so I'm young, and I could get out after 4 years and still not even be 23. But I don't know. It's just like I don't know what to do. Should I stick with welding school and hate my life for the next few months or the next year and a half? Or should I quit that and go into the military and then get a bunch of free shit and a bunch of discounts for the rest of my life?
Amen, brother. Thank you for asking and just for reaching out. It's a good, this is a great question, because you're like, do I do a trade or do I go into the military? And especially, you mentioned one thing, going to the military and you get discounts. Like, I wouldn't go into the military just because you're going to get 15% off at Long John Silver's or whatever. That's not a reason to go into the military for 4 years just so you can get, free left shoes at DSW shoes or whatever, or 11% off of cheesy biscuits over there at Red Lobsters, that's not, I would take that out of the equation. And I would just look at, do you like welding? You're saying you don't like it, but do you not like the school part of it? If you don't like this, I would find out, what don't I like? Because that's sometimes we say that. I was like, I hate this. But what really do I hate about it? Do you hate that you're in school for it right now? Do you hate that you're having to learn it? Do you hate that you have to get up at certain hours to go learn it? Because you may love welding, you may not be in it, like being at class at 8 a.m. And I'm not saying those things. I'm just asking you or suggesting that you think, try to figure out, well, what don't I like about it? Because sometimes I'll just be like, man, I hate that shit. But I never really look at, well, why do I hate it? And then I might realize I don't really hate that. I hate this other thing that comes with that. But I do believe that if you get into a trade that you do not like, that you won't enjoy it. And I do believe that there's things out there that we can all do that we would enjoy doing. I believe that there's so many things. So, yeah, I would take a look at that, man. I would take a look and just decide, if you do not like welding and military is your backup, I think the military is a great idea. I don't think it's a bad idea, especially at your age. I wished I'd have gone in the military. I spent a lot of time just sitting around, just trying to lick my own dick or whatever, or buying binoculars and shit and just fucking not doing shit or whatever, being a fucking shitty neighbor or whatever, pervert. But if you go in the military now, yeah, you're out in 4 years and you probably have a lot of skills. It'll probably help you get up early, stay in shape, all these things that are going to really help shape the rest of your life, right? Now, some people may have went to the military and say, Theo, you know what the fuck you're talking about, fucking honky, you little fucking queer, you little gun pussy or whatever. That's fine. They can say those things. And I haven't been. But for you, you're saying that that's what you've thought of as your backup option, Now, you might, I don't know how long the military will be there, depending on what they keep having our military carry out and the different actions that they have them do. But I think it's an honorable thing. I have a ton of respect for our military, and I don't think you would go wrong with that choice. So that's kind of where I'm at with it, and if you went in there, you'd probably make a lot of great friends, and you'd learn things about yourself that you like and don't, and then you'd be done. And you're right, you'd only be 22 and a half years old, 23 years old. You have so much time. There's so much time. Man, I wasted a lot of time. And one of the things I wish I'd done as a military, just because I think you don't also get those moments of camaraderie where you get to be around a bunch of other guys, So those are just my thoughts. Recognize I have never been in the military, but I do think you have time to do that and do countless other things. And if you don't like welding, you don't like it, then maybe it is time for a backup trade to try or a backup option. What else is going on?
Theo, I'm a girl, and I like girls. I had a girlfriend for a while, and recently I found out that...
Okay, so you're a girl, you like girls, and, okay, carry on.
And recently I found out that my mom's gay, too. So now, I don't know if I'm gay anymore.
Oh, big facts, sister. Okay. Oh, once our parents start doing something, we don't want to do it anymore. So I think that all checks out. I think you're good. I think just trust your instincts, little mom. Here we got a call. Let's hear this one.
Sometimes you land on hard times, man, and you just trying to get, food to eat and a place to sleep or whatever. And I'm like, I got a 5-gallon bucket of pickles. And I'm stealing bananas from the 7-Eleven, man. I'm going in there and I'm pocketing these fucking bananas from the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, and those are free.
How long can I last? Is what I'm thinking. I was just like, could I last 2 months on a 5-gallon bucket of pickles and
stealing bananas from 7-Eleven because I'm eating bananas and pickles, and that's all I'm fucking eating. That's all I got to eat, man. That's all I got to live upon. Live upon, man!
Yeah, motherfucker, BLM, dude. Look, yeah, if life gives you pickles and bananas, bitch, mix them bitches. Okay? Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, there's only so long you can be trapped somewhere with pickles and bananas and not put them bitches together, dude. Make some banickles, homie. You feel me? So, look, some picknanas, homie. I think that all checks out, brother. So I don't think there's any shame in it. You can always, once you get your feet back under you, go back to that 7-Eleven and give them money for those bananas. Let's hear a little more.
You know, the world is a cruel place. The world is a cruel fucking place, man. And I realize that, man, when you eating pickles and bananas just to survive.
You like pickles on your bananas or what? Huh? You like pickles on your bananas? You like pickles on your bananas?
Well, it blows my fucking mind that we can give so much foreign aid to places when we have people who are eating fucking pickles and bananas. Actually, pickles and bananas are pretty good, so that's not what I mean. But yeah, you would think we'd be able to help our own people that are starving first over here. That's just kind of how I feel. I'm kind of an American. I'm a North America first kind of guy, I guess, because that's us and our neighbors. But what the fuck do I know? But yeah, man, honestly, you sound pretty healthy. You sound like you're doing pretty good. You're able to hit a couple of high notes, dude. I think you're fine. I'd join a church choir, have somebody make some TikToks, see if you can start selling tickets on the road, brother. You're going to be fine. But yeah, sometimes we all get in tough moments. Trying to think of something where I was kind of down to my last dime. Oh, I do remember I'd get that block of damn hamburger meat. That bitch came in a missile. That bitch, they dropped that bitch off a C-130. That thing, you know what I'm talking about? It's shaped like both ends are kind of a wiener, kind of like the front end of a wiener. God, that thing was heavy. You had to carry it out like this, you know? And sometimes I'd mix it up by the damn Duraflame logs and actually put that bitch in there and just cook that bitch and having to spoon it out the fire to eat it. Call the fire department. Hey, take some matches, huh? But yeah, man, it sounds like you're doing okay. What else is going on? What else can I tell you about that happened to me recently? Not much. Going to eat dinner with my neighbors. Looking forward to that. Hitting the road for some more shows. Yeah, we went last week. Oh, Victoria Island, which is a beautiful, fascinating little. It's like this cold white Hawaii off of the coast of Vancouver. But just great people, man, Canadians, and grateful to see them. And I'm a Winnipeg Jets fan. Just letting everybody know that now, too. I don't want that to cause any issues between me and anybody else, but I'm a Winnipeg Jets fan. So I think their jerseys are fire, and I like they're doing good, and that's good. So, okay, I think that works. What else? Let's take this call right here.
Hey, Theo. Hope you're doing well. I'm calling you today to see if I can get your perspective on something. My girlfriend of 4 years, she passed away 5.5 months ago. It wasn't not a surprise, but she had cancer. We thought that she had a little more time, but since then I've spent most of my time doing nothing. I would visit her grave every day for months, which is good, I guess, for getting out of my apartment. But I would just let the time pass, But recently I've started going back to school full time and working again. And honestly, I feel like I'm just doing it because it's expected of me, you know, from like people around me, my family, and like peers. So maybe some people just expect me to move forward pretty fast, but you know, I don't want to, you know.
Well, thanks for the call, man. I'm sorry to hear about that. I can't even imagine that. In the sense of losing a girlfriend or a partner, spouse. You know, I've lost people that I've loved, you know, and it feels so impossible because I think it's so many things at once. It's like, you know, something is gone, and then the finality and the viciousness of life is so evident, and at the same time the preciousness of life and how beautiful life is, that it could even exist. All that happens at the same time. And then it's not even about us really, because they're the ones who life has ended. So there's probably sometimes feelings of guilt that I had, of like feeling bad that's I'd lost someone, you know, or not being able to separate the feelings into, okay, I'm in pain, or I miss them, or I'm just loathing in my own sadness. I'm getting into self-pity. Like all those types of things happened, I remember, for me at the same time. And for one, it's just so much. And for two, it's hard to organize it and to even start to think and decide which feelings go where. I'd rather just sleep. I'd rather just hope that this goes away. I'd rather dream. I used to do that a lot. When my dad died, I would just try and dream a lot, because I felt like if I was dreaming, maybe I had a chance to like see him, or that my feelings could be different, or I could be living a completely different experience. So I think a lot of it is normal, and I bet it's hard to get back into the flow of something when you've lost like a partner, because you probably think a lot of your life as having that partner there with you. And I think even if you're doing something, just even if you don't feel it, just have the practice of it until your feelings and your emotional wellness catch up with your actions. Because one day they will, you know, and you'll be glad that you had started doing these things. Yeah, I don't really know what to say, man. Just appreciate you, like, just telling us what's going on. Maybe some people could call in, actually, and share things that if you had some experience with the loss of a loved one. And I would say a wife. Because this is a man calling, I believe. And so if you lost a wife or a girlfriend, you know, and they passed away, and if you have just maybe some experience with that, if you could drop a call on the voicemail 985-664-9503, we will come back to that on our next solo episode. I don't know when it'll be. It'll be within the next month, but we'll come back to that and see if we have some answers. Maybe we can get some suggestions from other people. But yeah, man, I hate to even leave you on this call. But yeah, life is just, sometimes it's just a lot of freaking pickles on your chili, isn't it? Love you, brother. Let's take another call. It's hard to say when somebody's going through something like that. You know, but that's just also the oddness of the world. It just keeps moving. You can't stop it. The world doesn't have any handlebars on it. Time just doesn't have any. It doesn't. You can't get your hands into it. That's the most painful part sometimes of everything. Let's take a call here.
Hey, Theo. I'm having a really hard time right now. I'm 16 years old. I don't have a job. Nothing. I got my girlfriend pregnant.
Okay.
She just turned 18, actually, not too long ago. I'm just kind of in this moment where I don't know what's coming for me in life. Like, I feel like I failed myself because I made stupid adult decisions at such a young age. And it hurts me really bad. And I honestly just don't know what to do. I'm kind of in this, like, moment where I feel like I've failed everybody around me, including my parents, and I'm just not going to be the dad that I'm supposed to be. And I'm just scared. I'm just looking for any advice.
Well, at least she's not your cousin, brother. I'll start right there. And people can say, well, that's cruel to be joking. But hey, one less thing the guy's got to kind of think about right now. No, man. Look, first of all, the fact that you're calling even to talk about this shows, I think, a level of maturity that is a lot of people wouldn't do. So, right? You're curious. You're looking at what's going on. You're evaluating where you're at, and you're like, well, I want to get to a place where I feel either confident about this or I have some support in this. So how do I get there? Well, I'm going to reach out to other people and see what's going on. See if I can get some thoughts, some suggestions, even to somebody to listen to me. Yeah, that's young to be out there gunning like that, just to be rooting through some trap out there with no visor on, daddy, with no hoodie on. Yeah, but that's the world we're in. So I wouldn't be, you are where you are. You could also look at it as that God has gifted you guys with an opportunity. I think people will probably be disappointed maybe in where you're at because they don't want to see you miss out on opportunities for yourself that could, that there might be less of if you have a child. That's probably what the disappointment is. I don't think it's disappointment in you having a child. It's probably disappointment that, well, this may affect your ability to chase some of your dreams or ideas because you have a responsibility now. Now, I'm sure that as time goes on and this child comes into the world, it's going to bring a lot of love into everybody's life. So don't think about just that, man. Let me see. What else did you say?
I feel like I've failed everybody around me, including my parents, and I'm just not going to be the dad that I'm supposed to be.
Well, we don't know if you're going to be the dad that you're supposed to be. That's way still to be determined. We don't know. That hasn't happened yet. So don't future trip like that. Shit, the fact you care about this much already, I think you're probably going to be a pretty caring guy. And you're going to have I'm assuming a girlfriend or wife or her and her family as well are going to help support this child. So you didn't mention that's going to be a fear. I think everything's going to be okay, dude. I think it's going to take some time. I bet it's super scary, bro. 16 years old and you're having a child. That's kind of scary. I think you got to let this play out, man. I think you have a chance to be a young dad. Now that'd be cool. Think about that. You're going to get to do stuff with your kid that a lot of parents will not be able to do. So get to play tetherball, get to do probably some racing quads, like some kind of high speed shit that, some parents kind of age out of when their kids age into it. Probably be able to play video games, do some VR type shit. So there's going to be interesting stuff. But all I'm saying is that don't let all the fear take away all the possibility, Now, you're probably going to have to grow up pretty quick. And there might be a part of your adolescence you're going to miss out on. Or it's going to be different or trickier. In fact, you're probably going to grow up pretty fast in some ways. But maybe that's what God needs you for. You just don't know. We don't know what we're needed for in the future. So just hang in there, man. This isn't the end of the world. Hell, this is the beginning of a life that you're responsible for. So it's just, I know it's got to be scary. It's easy for me to say that. You know, I'm sure there's going to be moments where it's really scary, but try to squeeze into those moments of fear some possibility. Man, because that's cool, dude. You get to make a child. You get to have a child that you're going to take care of. So, amen, brother, and God luck to you. Is pornography causing a problem in your life? Do you find yourself watching porno for longer periods of time and having trouble stopping? Is porn affecting your relationship or dating life? Well, you're certainly not alone. Watching pornography has become so commonplace today, and oftentimes men use porn to numb the pain of loneliness, boredom, anxiety, and depression. Shame and stigma prevent men from talking about these issues and getting help for them. I want to introduce you to my friend Steve. Steve is the founder of Valor Recovery, a program to help men overcome porn abuse and sexual compulsivity. Steve is a long-term sexual recovery member and has personally overcome the emotional and spiritual despair of abusing pornography and has dedicated his life to empowering men to do the same. Steve is an amazing person, and he is a close friend of mine. I mean that. Valor Recovery helps men to develop the tools necessary to have a healthier sex life. Their coaches are in long-term recovery and will be your partner, mentor, and spiritual guide to transcend these problematic behaviors. To learn more about Valor Recovery, please visit them at www.valorrecoverycoaching.com or email them at admin@valorrecoverycoaching.com. Thank you. From time to time on this program, we talk with miracles, human beings that are the corn of that are the cream of the death crop. People that have come so close to the grave but managed to stay out of it. Big bosses, we call them big bosses. They call them in some Polynesian areas. And today we're grateful to be able to talk with another miracle here. There he is, Big Dog Matt. How are you?
I'm living the dream, man. Living the dream.
Amen, brother. Yeah, we love to get to talk to people who've had miracle experiences in their lives, and I just really appreciate your time today. How do you say your last name there, brother?
Tyberg. Matthias Tyberg. Oh, this angle makes me look so fat, but that's okay.
Oh, that's fine, man. My sister's fat.
Same here.
And that's perfectly fine. Matthias Tyberg, where are you located, brother?
I live in Calgary, Alberta.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of good people up there eating steaks and just, what are they doing? Mining for gold. Is that the gold area?
Gold, oil. Yeah.
Memphis gold.
Memphis gold, yeah.
Now, you've had quite an experience in your life. You've had I've heard that you've had a couple miracles kind of occur in your life. Can you kind of take me through like some of that situation? Yeah, how did it start?
Well, there's so many different situations. I mean, I've been at a party where I seen somebody that jumped me before, so I told him, let's run the fade or just apologize to me. And I guess he didn't want to do that, so he ended up chasing me, and I tripped, and I got stabbed 10 times at once.
Oh.
Lost 2/3 of the blood in my body.
My God, brother, I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for just telling us about that. It's 10 times. That's a lot. I mean, do you feel like that was a lot?
Really,
You feel like that was too many? Like, how did you?
honestly, you can't feel it because all of your nerves are on the top of your skin. So it just feels like you're getting punched, but you're bleeding, you're leaking.
Oh God, brother. And how do you, and if 2/3 of you is gone, what do you do at that point? Were you able to call the authorities, or what do you do?
Oh, one of my buddies was on the phone with EMS and Snapchatting it.
He was Snapchatting also?
Yeah.
Oh, dark times, but you got to make content, you know?
Yeah.
And which hole do you plug? Say you have 10 stab wounds, I guess they're referred to as by the government or whatever. Do you plug one up? Do you pick the most kind of active one? What do you do there?
Honestly, you don't really know what to hold on to, man. It was more or less my stomach hurt, so that's why I was holding my stomach. But I was half dead by the time I got to the hospital. So
Did you pass out?
oh yeah.
Wow. And did you have any experience? Do you remember anything when you passed out? Like, did you?
I just remember because I was on Xanax too, so I woke up in the hospital, and then I woke up in the hospital, and then apparently you're only allowed 2 visitors at once, and 8 people come at once to come visit me. So then they kicked me out of the hospital like 3 days after it happened.
Because what, you guys were partying a little too much or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much.
And were you allowed to drink in the hospital or no?
No, I wouldn't drink. They were just mad because all my friends showed up at once to see if I was okay.
Wow, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't live through something like that, man.
No, I've been hit by the C train. The best one is.
Wait, hold on. What, you got hit by a?
Well, what happened is my buddy knew this foreign exchange student. He gave money to these guys to try and buy him a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are like 30 years old, and they just told him to fuck off. We're keeping your money.
Mm.
So I decided to go up and punch him as hard as I could in the head, and I didn't realize the police are there. So I'm getting chased by this guy's buddy with like a foot-long knife. I keep looking back, still getting chased by the guy with the knife. Then I look back, it's the cops chasing me. So I'm at one end of a semi, and the cop is at the other end.
Of a semi-truck?
Yeah, and we're playing peekaboo to see where to go. I'm wearing a bright red Chicago Bulls jacket, and I'm freaking hammered. So,
dude, that's a fresh outfit, baby. Scotty dripping, huh?
Yeah. And what happened was I ended up getting arrested for assault. I got bail 2 weeks later. I'm at the same train station that I punched the guy at. I'm hammered, standing on the platform, and then I get sucker punched in the back of the head. And who is it? The guy stole that kid's $20.
No.
And then he just ended up pushing me like that, and I fell onto the train tracks, and the train was coming in. So I didn't know what to do. I just threw my body above the yellow line, and it caught my legs and dragged me like 15 feet. And they like ripped my shoes off, ripped my pants in half.
Oh, damn, God, it's a pervert, basically.
Yeah,
who knew that train was a pedophile also? That sounds like a bit much, huh? Dude, that's insane, man. So, and were you drunk or were you already impaired when the train hit you? Or what kind of condition were you in physically just at that point in your life?
Oh, yeah. I was an everyday alcoholic. We would all the boys would meet.
Well, I got this question, though. Sorry to interrupt you there, but what kind of train driver would hit a drunk guy? Did you ever speak with the driver?
No. Well, the thing is the C train's moving so fast, right? So it's coming to dock into the station to let everybody off. There's nothing he really could have done to.
I don't know. You can see a white dude most of the time, no matter what's going on. But damn, brother, I can't believe that. And so you were stabbed 10 times. You've been hit by a train, but God had more in store for you, didn't he? What else happened?
The biggest one was the balcony, because I ended up buying some cocaine that wasn't all cocaine. There was meth in it.
Oh, yeah, bro. Hey, them moguls got some bounce to them, huh?
Shit, man. Every time I look through the little hole in my door, there'd be 4 people outside with weapons trying to bust in. That's what I would see. I'm dragging the couch.
Like a diorama, kind of.
Yeah. I'm dragging the couch with the landlord on it to the front door to try and block it.
Damn, brother.
He told me to go to bed, so I went to bed and woke up. all I could do was get a glass of water. I looked through that peephole in the door, and the same thing. Looks like people with guns are trying to bust in the apartment. Man. So I tried to go from my balcony over to the neighbors, and I'm on the 7th floor. So
and who are the neighbors? Can we let's who are they?
There was nobody even in there. That's why I was trying to get over to the thing.
And how far is that? Is that a jump you're trying to make, or did you have a kind of a rope set up or anything like that? Did you have a little trebuchet, anything?
Shit, like you could, if you reached across, you could pass a beer to your neighbor. So it wasn't that far.
Okay.
I just kind of was trying to leapfrog over. I know it's kind of stupid, but when you're fucked up like that.
Well, it's a great idea. I mean, here's the thing. People don't realize that people that are wasted have done amazing things. You know, one of the guys, have you heard of Lewis and Clark?
Yeah, I think so.
One of them was an addict, and they discovered like a third of the North America. So you can't always beat down on addicts. But so take me out there. You're on the balcony, you're high on cocaine, and what is your plan is to make that leap over to the other balcony?
Yeah. And then the shittiest attempt ever.
And was it windy? Was it windy?
Yes, it was, yeah.
Brother. Big Matty, dude. Taking on the freaking Boreas twins, brother. Taking on the jet stream up there. 7th floor Matty, one shot. And how do you make that leap, dude? Take me through that. Are you wearing shoes?
At first, I stood up right on the thing and held my hand on the wall, but I was wobbling.
The balcony?
Yeah, on the rail of it. So then I was wobbling, so I was like, oh shit, I'm going to fall. So I like crouched down to try and like leap like that.
Oh, you get some, build up a little bit of energy or whatever. What is it called? Potential energy. You crouch down.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, leapfrog my way down all the way 70 feet.
What happened? Did you bounce off the rail, or did you even hit the other balcony?
Oh, I didn't even hit the other balcony.
I'm sorry, dude. Sorry to laugh. There's a glitch in the audio.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's pretty. I laugh about it, dude. And now, man, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. You know.
Yeah, but that's one way to look at it, man. But I think another way to look at it is that you're a miracle. You know, a lot of people do not get to live through stabbings, through train hittings, through falling. How far did you fall?
70 feet.
Okay. And Jesus Christ, that's a lot. And take me through some of that. Like when you first once you first realized you're not going to make the first balcony, were there lower balconies you could have grabbed?
Not because damn, you fall so fast. I was 200 pounds at the time. And if you weigh 200 pounds and you go over fall 50 feet, you go terminal velocity.
Really?
So I hit the ground going terminal velocity for the last 20 feet.
Big dog went down, brother. God, dude. And so what were some of your thoughts during that? Did you get into a certain position to absorb the impact, or were you just kind of like were you praying? What was going on?
When I fell down, actually, I seen like some people on like the 3rd or 4th or whatever floor it was. They were outside smoking on their balcony.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I hit the ground. They look over at me, and I tell them to bring me some liquor because I know I'm going to the hospital. I can't move my damn body. And I was an alcoholic at the time. Wow. So,
God, dude, who survives that, brother?
I don't know, man. I've honestly almost died even more times than that. Like when I was a baby, I fell into a motel pool while my parents weren't there. And I was drowned, pronounced dead. And I came back. So, yeah.
Well, you must feel like God wants you here for a reason, brother.
Yeah.
What do you 100%. Feel like that is after all this? I mean, that's countless times you've escaped death, man. You know, forced to swim as a baby, train hitting, stabbing, or high amount stabbing, 70-foot fall off of a balcony.
Yeah, I've been stabbed other times too.
But I think, right, I understand what you're getting at, but I think what do you feel like do you feel like you have a bigger purpose? There's a reason a lot of people are not able to go through all that, man. You understand that's pretty miraculous. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Amen, brother. And how are you doing today? What's your physical state today?
I'm a tetraplegic, so I can't feel or move anything chest down. I can move my arms, but my fingers are stuck like this.
Oh, yeah, kind of like Muhammad Ali or whatever?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't ever complain about it because, man, I'm the one who wanted to do coke, and I can't blame that on somebody else. I mean,
yeah. And you're a survivor, brother. You're a damn survivor, dude. You're a damn, you know what I'm saying? You're a damn a gravity monkey, dude. Do you think you will ever walk again, brother?
Probably not, but I'm okay with that. I love watching YouTube. There's so much, people come up with stuff every day.
Oh, yeah.
So gives me something to do.
Oh, yeah, you can watch people walk on YouTube all day if you want and take it easy, you know?
Yeah.
But, man, I appreciate you just jumping on, and I appreciate you paying attention to the show. And, yeah, we're going to come to Calgary, dude. You got to come out. I'd love to get to meet you out there.
Yeah, I'm coming. I already got my VIP tickets, so.
Sweet, bro. Well, yeah, we'll have to catch up, dude. I want to touch some magic limbs you got on you, daddy. I want to rub them bitches for good luck. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you live these days, man?
I live in, well, now I'm so crippled, I gotta live in like a long-term care home. So I'm the youngest here. It's pretty much just older people.
Any chicks in there or what?
No, not really any disabled chicks.
You got to pray to meet the one you want. That's what my friend told me the other day. He said, are you praying to meet the woman you want to meet, you know?
Yeah.
So I got to start
I
working
kind of gave up because once you sever your spinal cord, man, you can't even bust a nut. I haven't busted a nut since I fell from that balcony.
Oh, damn. How long before you had fallen had you busted a nut, you think?
The day before.
Amen, brother.
Amen.
I love it. Finish strong.
Yeah, finish strong.
You know? And look, man, you're gonna bust one. We're gonna if we can do anything, if we hear of anything that could help you, any elixirs or anything like that, we'll see what we can do, man. But yeah, dude, that's if you can get hit by a train and still be alive or whatever, you'll get another nut out.
Oh yeah, that would be nice.
Amen, brother. Well, thank you so much, dude. Give my best to everybody up there in Calgary, bro. America's getting weird. We're probably all going to come up there soon. So save me room up there, big dog.
Yeah, Calgary is probably the nicest city in Canada, I think. So,
dude, Canada's so great, man. And it's safe, too. That's the best thing about your stories I noticed is that you didn't get shot in one of them.
Yeah. I've been shot at, but
that don't count. You got to come to America to get shot, brother. That's where we do it. So,
they won't let me across the border.
Oh, we'll see what we can do. Well, look, right now you're probably an insurance risk, I would guess. So,
yeah.
But yeah, dude, that's a good thing about Canada. They got knives, so you always stand a chance. That's one thing I like.
Yeah. Yeah, at least you're not getting shot and just killed instantly.
Yeah, that's so bullshit and lame, dude. I mean, look at you. If you got shot that first time, you wouldn't even got hit by a train. That's crazy to say, but you would, the other stuff wouldn't even have happened. You wouldn't have had these other experiences,
Yeah.
So
no doubt.
You're like the worst Evel Knievel in some ways,
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. That's not funny,
it's
but
all good. It is funny, dude. I laugh at anything, man. If I didn't become a criminal before, I would have became a comedian, dude. I just didn't have any father figure in my life, so I was homeless 16 years old downtown selling weed. So not making good choices, but
well, you're alive today, man. And yeah, I do believe that you're here for a purpose. And even just sharing your story right here today, man, resilience is huge. And I think the future's bright, brother. I believe that. And I'm just glad I got to talk to you today. And well, we got our first Canadian miracle right there, Matt. How do you say your last name?
Tyberg.
Matt Tyberg, right there, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't believe in miracles, you got to believe in them now. That's what I feel like. And Matt, thanks for your time, dude. I look forward to catching up with you in a couple months.
All right, awesome. Sounds good. Have a great day.
All right, you too, brother. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Matthew Tyberg, right there. Let's see if we got one more call that came in here.
Hey, Theo, this is Willie Bones. What's up, pal?
Willie Bones coming through, baby. Breaker 19, go through, Bones.
What's up, gang? Yo, man, I just got one question for you, man. Like, I'm dealing with active addiction with, the blow or whatever, but...
Yeah, doing cocaine, brother. I hear you. What's going on?
And I just want some tips or some advice, man, on how I can keep this shit. Like, I just have problems, man. I say I'm going to stop, never do. I'm sure you know. You went through the same shit there. But.
Well, thanks for calling, Willie. The only things I know about this are I don't think you can quit cocaine without quitting alcohol. That's, for me, that's what I've seen. I'm not saying that's everybody's case. That's for me. For me, that's what I've seen. And then let me think about what else. Yeah, I think you have to get into recovery. Now, if you're pretty bad off, first you need to go to a detox. And then once you're clean, then you need to get into a recovery program. Maybe a 30-day or an inpatient, or then start to go to Cocaine Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous meetings with a friend. If you don't like Cocaine Anonymous meetings, I suggest Alcoholics Anonymous because there's more meetings and it's the same thing. Cocaine and alcohol aren't the same thing, but addiction is the same. So if you can apply the same principles and you can talk to a sponsor about doing that. I wish I had some other cure for you. That's the only thing that I know that's ever helped me. So I wish you the best of luck, man. It's scary. You know what I realized too about drugs? For me, I was just too much of a pussy to do them, really. Some people could get all fucked up and have a blast. I couldn't do that. I'd get all fucked up and squirrel away. I'd hide in your fucking mailbox, bitch. UPS, boy. I'll hide in your cousin's ass, boy. And take everybody's temperature in there, dog. Praise God, man. Thank you for calling, brother. And thank you guys again for all the support. We may add a few more shows to this tour. We're almost done with it. And I just want to let you know that. And thank you to everybody that's come out. I can't even believe it. What else can I update you on? Oh, we're figuring out some of our stuff with the foundation and what we're going to do. Been doing some calls with different people and just figuring out how to make a positive difference in the world or in our community, starting there. So that's something that's exciting. I want it to be in the recovery space. I don't know what it all looks like, but in my spare time, I've been just discussing with other people who have done similar type things, and I just need to pray a little bit more and see if I can get more insight, just to lead me to something. Because I mean, there's causes for sure. There's lots of things, but I want to land in a space that I'm going to feel motivated to keep doing, One more call that came in.
Hi, Theo. It's Lenore from Florida.
Hey, Lenore from Florida. Thank you for calling.
I'm calling to wish you a happy birthday, because if I remember right, it's March 17th. Anyway, I'm sending you a big virtual hug. I want you to know you're a very special person, a shining light of not only laughs, but of so much love and compassion. I hope you're doing whatever makes you happy today. Keep shining your light. Love you, Theo. Gang.
Thanks, Lenore. That's sweet of you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's just sweet of you to say. I feel, I think I feel a little more purposeful sometimes in my life these days, I think there was this moment kind of even whenever we talked with Cat Williams on the episode, and he said, well, I was talking about, well, I don't know about this, I don't know about that. And he's like, well, what don't you know? He's like, you're here, you're in this conversation right now, you're in this moment. So to keep second guessing everything, you know, you're here. You're here, right? Like, because I think there was something, I was like, I don't know if we should talk about that. He's like, well, when are we going to talk about it? We have to talk about it. We're here talking about it. You know, in a lot of my life, I've been standing in, you know, I've been standing in the water, but not really ready to get wet. But it's like, but I'm in the water. You know, but it's like I'm waiting for this, you know. But there was this moment with him where he's just like, this is where you are. This is, and I don't mean me, but it's anybody. This is where this, if it's happening now, it's happening now. Like you know, because a lot of I'm always like, this and later and this, and it's like, you know, so I do feel sometimes a little more purposeful. I don't know even what that means exactly, but I don't know. I start to feel a little bit more okay where I am, you know, and that, yeah, I believe that, I believe that God's given me a lot of neat stuff, opportunity, like, you know, I believe that you guys have helped me learn like how to express like my feelings and learn about, just thinking and feeling together. We've done a lot of that on this program over the years. And yeah, I think at some point there are positives from that, you know? And so I think, that's where I feel like a little bit like there's a reason that all this has kind of happened, and that there's some positives, and let's start to maybe see what those are. And not just in me, but just like, what can be done as a group? What can I start or be a part of starting? Or what can we be a part of starting that could be of service? You know, I don't know exactly what I'm saying, but I'm able to say it now more than I felt like I was in the past, and feel like that's where I'm supposed to be. So yeah, I just feel lucky to be alive, you know, lucky to get to see certain things. And I think America's getting weird and interesting, and it's getting like good versus evil type shit. And I'm here for that shit, you know? I think we've all always wanted to live in the Gryffindor versus Slytherin type shit. So, but anyway, thank you. Thanks for the happy birthday wishes. What did I do? My buddy John Shahidi from Happy Dad sent me a gift. I haven't even opened it yet. Did my brother give me something? I don't know. My brother came in town too, and his buddy's friend was up here visiting their kid. Their kid was in show choir at the Grand Ole Opry, or at the Opry Mills. So I got to spend some time with them. What else did we do? Took mom to my favorite breakfast place. That was fun. My mom did give me a gift. She got me an ounce of silver. You know, my mom was never a gold digger. She was a silver digger, though. Shout out to silver diggers, dude. They don't end up with shit, but they're not gold diggers, dude. But my mom, like, you know, she's ready for like the end of things, right? So she's ready. She's like, when the banks go awry and all the, you know, everything falls apart online, you could have real silver and you can trade it for stuff. So she got me like an ounce of silver. So that was really cool. I never had that. And what else? Oh, I got a pair of boots. Bought myself a pair of boots that I really like. And what else did I do? Oh, I texted some of my friends that had the same birthday. I'm trying to think. Oh, I had to work. I had a podcast that I did with a hostage negotiator. That was pretty cool. So got to do that. And is that when I did that? Yep. Yeah. So that's what I did, man. I did the things, that I like to do on my birthday. I think I went and worked out. I got to podcast. I got to listen to some music with my mom, and it was great. And I'm grateful to be here with you guys today. And thank you, Lenore, for the sweet message, and And I don't know what that was. And thank you, everybody, for the support. And yeah, the hotline is always, if you need it, 985-664-9503. And yeah, there's a light out there for all of us, man. You know, for all types of people. And life sometimes, you know, you just don't get it the way you want it, but it's still, I don't know. Sometimes you got to meet it halfway, man. Sometimes you got to put your own pickles on your chili, brother. But there's a light for all of us. You guys be good to yourselves, baby. You deserve it, man.
Whenever you're down,
out in the cold, faceless and tired, your story's untold. Come take my hand and walk there with me. I know a place where we can be free.
There is a light
shining for you. Who needs matches?
guiding your way.
I'm on fire.
Helping you through
Hey!
shadows and gloom.
2 shots of fireball.
All that you see, we'll find a place.
The Bronx is burning. From the mountain tops and to the deepest valleys, we hear a voice calling you. Do the trump and the rising sun, shining high and high.
Can't you see?
You can be free.
I have them wide, searching for people.
I'm upstairs.